What is the flip thing?
Oh my God.
Welcome to Oddball. I don't know what to do with my hands. My name's Amin Elhassan. Charlotte Wilder will be joining me a little bit later. We got a hell of a show for you guys. It's Wednesday, so you know what we do on Wednesday. It's our little game called Word Count. Gonna do that. We're also gonna play a game with Isaiah Thomas. I know what you're thinking. I mean, we watched the Isaiah Thomas interview last week. This is completely new. We play a game with Isaiah Thomas. Tom Haberstroh will be here to help delegate the game. It's called So You Think You Know Me. We're basically gonna ask Isaiah Thomas about himself and figure out, does he answer the questions correctly or not? Lots of great stories in there, including his first game winner ever in the NBA. You don't want to miss that, coming up a little later. But it's the top of the show, so even though it's September, is it September already? We got news, breaking news, of the signing of Christian Wood by the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, Christian Wood is a pretty interesting name in terms of free agency because here's a guy who averaged 16 and 7 last year for the Dallas Mavericks. He came in off the bench. He shot the ball great from the field. Remember, he had that funny interview with Shaq, was it last year or whenever it was, where he called Shaq a casual. And so a lot of people have been mystified why Christian Wood was available this late and why was he available for the low, low price of veteran minimum. Here's the reason why. Christian Wood follows a kind of pattern of other guys the Lakers have signed over this offseason who weren't high-priced free agents or big names or whatever, but guys that came in for bare minimum. Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish, and Christian Wood. All three of them have shown signs of incredible promise in the NBA, but they were available for minimum. They're not old. They're not injured. What gives? I'll tell you what gives. The NBA is a reputation place. Your talent will take you so far. Your promise and potential will take you so far. But at some point, if you are proving to be combative or not fitting into the structure of this league, namely, pick a role, be a star in that role, and continue to come to work with a positive attitude and work hard every day, barring like unworldly talent, people are going to get tired of you and you get passed around. Christian Wood is a guy who's been around in the league for quite a while and has bounced from team to team to team. And people keep wondering, well, if he shoots this, he shoots and he's inside, outside and all that stuff and he puts up numbers, why is he still a free agent? Why is he available for vet minimum? Same thing with Cam Reddish, who some people thought he was the best player on his Duke draft class. Why is he available for minimum? And Jackson Hayes, who was a first-round pick, a lottery pick 4 years ago from New Orleans. He's a pogo stick. He's the son of a pro athlete. Why is he still available? The answer probably lies beyond what they do in-game and what happens in the practice court and behind the scenes. This is an opportunity for the Lakers, hopefully, to get LeBron to fix everything for them, or at least that's what they're praying on doing. All right, before we go, the Game Time app, you don't want to not have it. If you're going to get tickets to a game, get the Game Time app, use promo code DLS, we get $20 off your first order. Terms and conditions apply. Charlotte, are you ready for America's favorite new game? It's So You Think You Know Me. And here's our host, Tom Haberstroh. Oh, he's that way. It's Tom Haberstroh. Yeah. Ooh,
all right,
crowd noise.
Isaiah.
There you go.
Welcome to the show. All right, I've got some questions here.
Who's our contestant? Introduce our contestant, game show host.
I'm a little upset because I thought this was the older Isaiah Thomas, and I prepped everything for the older Isaiah.
Hey, wrist
See, I go through that every time.
I gotta scramble now. All right, I'm gonna rip up this paper here and figure out if I can do this. Isaiah Thomas. One of the greatest ever to pick up a basketball. I love one of my favorite players, Muggsy Bogues. I love the little guys on the court. Such a cool story. It's a pleasure having you on this game show. We've done it with Dirk Nowitzki. We've done it with D. Wade. We've done it with a bunch of NBA players. It's a lot of fun. So, Isaiah, are you ready for your first question?
I'm ready.
Okay. Isaiah, you've assisted 114 players in your NBA career, from Aaron Gray to Zion Williamson. I have the list of the top 10 players you have assisted in your NBA career. How many can you name?
Let's see. Is DeMarcus Cousins one?
That's number one on the
Gotta
list.
be.
Look at this guy.
Hey.
Number one,
That's
DeMarcus
number one.
Cousins. Wait. Before you go further, what was your favorite action with Boogie? Like, what was the most easiest bucket to get him?
It was simple. Pick and roll. They either gonna put 2 on me or put 2 on him. So they put 2 on me. It's pocket pass. He's knocking that down for sure.
Perfect. Who else is on this list, Isaiah?
Is Avery Bradley on that list?
Number 3,
Wow.
Avery
Avery Bradley.
Seattle connection.
Yeah. That's my guy. This is hard. Let's see.
I got some names in my brain. I want to see if you...
I'm gonna find some. Hey, Al Horford.
Number 5
Wow.
on the list, Al Horford. Now I'm guessing it's some elbow jumpers there or some.
It's his shot like this. That's the Al Horford.
You're laughing. You don't think I'm an elite shooter?
Let's see. Ooh.
One of his teammates is number 2.
One of his teammates, Jaylen Brown. No,
Not
I
on
only
this
played
list.
1 year. I only played 1 year with Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart in there.
Marcus Smart, not in the top 10. He's at 13.
Wow.
Ooh.
Here's one.
Let me go with Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay, number 11.
Oh, just on the outside.
Hey, I don't know who else I passed it to. Dang.
All right, so you had Boogie Cousins. You gave
I
him
had
261 assists. Jay Crowder at 242.
Jay Crowder's a big one. I forgot Jay Crowder.
There was one you had where like you're in the backcourt. You're in, like they're pressing you. I think it was Charlotte might have been pressing you.
Threw it. Yeah, I remember that. Jay Crowder, I forgot. Jay Crowder was on a lot of. He gave me a lot of assists for sure.
How did you see that? Like, how did you see Jay on that play? Like, I was watching that, and it's like a Houdini act. I don't know how you were able to see it.
I was so tired that play. I remember that play too because that was full court pressing, and I just seen him a little bit. It was either we were up. It was either he was gonna catch it or he was gonna go out of bounds, and I was fine with either or.
What about your favorite pass to Avery Bradley? I have a favorite one in a fast break. Do you remember?
My favorite pass through the legs, and he dunked it against the Dallas Mavericks.
That's crazy, man. Like you remember all those plays. Like
see, I can remember all stuff like that. The top 10, I've never heard that question. That was tough. That was tough. But I knew DeMarcus Cousins was up there for sure.
For sure. Actually, he is the number one on the list of players who has assisted you in your NBA career. How about that? People don't realize how good of a passer Boogie was.
You're like this emoji.
For his time. Yeah. That's the emoji we were.
All right, now this is the good one. Ready? You are standing at a towering 5'9", Isaiah Thomas. Did you know you have blocked 60 players in your NBA career for a total of 68 blocks? You've blocked 5 players multiple times. You've blocked 1 player as many as 4 times. Can you name that player that you blocked 4 times in your NBA career?
4 times. Did I block Nate Robinson?
You blocked this dude 4 times, and people think he's one of the best guards of all time. So,
is it Chris Paul?
Chris Paul, you blocked twice. 2 times. One was a chase down on the fast break.
Can I give him a hint, Tom?
Yes.
This player is, like you, very well known for finishing through all types of traffic and all types of height, despite him not being a big guard.
There got to be some.
You locked him up recently. I think you were playing for Charlotte. You got it. You one-on-one, locked him up in the court. Kyrie.
I ain't got him.
Yeah, I didn't even think of Kyrie, but we've had some little match. I don't know how I'll be blocking him.
4 times.
Yeah, we've gone at it a few times for sure. That's funny.
Do you remember blocking DeMarcus Cousins?
Hell yeah, that was in Boston. And I was like, get that out of here. I remember blocking that. I think they called foul or something. I was hot.
It was like an alley oop to him or something like that, and you just came in from behind and swatted it off the.
There was a mic on the rim. I think the whole crowd heard me.
Top center. Get that shit out! Isaiah Thomas.
I remember all those.
Isaiah, what is the most satisfying block that you've had in your career? The one that you
I got Chris Paul one time. Chris Paul didn't think I was chasing him, and I got him. We was playing the Clippers in LA. He got a steal. He was kind of coasting wide open. I sprinted. I got him. I got kind of high on that one. Oh, and another one, I blocked Wes Matthews when he played for Portland. I was in Sacramento. I blocked it against the glass. That was probably the dopest one.
Oh, man.
Okay. Last one here. I'm curious, how many of the 59 players in the 2011 draft can you name that were drafted ahead of you? Or in any sort of order? Is this something that you've thought about or can think of? Maybe like the second round picks that were ahead of you. How many of the 2011 class in the draft?
Charlie, get those hands ready.
It's crazy because I don't know anyone's.
What? No,
I know the lottery picks and stuff. Maybe like after that, I was so mad at the draft. I'm like, oh, this team is drafting him. Oh, okay. So I don't know the names. Like I think who knows them? Draymond Green, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody knows all the names, but I don't. I just was shaking my head at him. I was so mad. I don't know the name.
That's the coolest answer you could have given. You're like, I don't even know.
I don't even know. That's what's crazy. That's what says a lot about that draft. I don't know the name.
Hey, Isaiah, I got one last one for you here, a bonus. You've got 2 game winners in your NBA career. Last 5 seconds shot to go ahead where you hit the bucket. Can you name the 2 shots, and can you name who was on the floor with you?
Sacramento Kings versus the Wizards.
That's correct. I
hit a floater. I might have been my rookie year, second year. On the floor with me was like Tyreek Evans, Francisco Garcia, Marcus Thornton.
Oh, wow.
I think DeMarcus might have been, or Chuck Hayes. Somebody, I don't know the bigs on the floor. And then in Boston, I played against the Atlanta Hawks. I hit one. And on the floor with me was Jay Crowder, Al Horford.
Yep.
Avery Bradley. Amir Johnson, maybe.
You had Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Terry Rozier, and Jay Crowder on the floor with you for that Boston one. I am sure Charlotte remembers it very well.
I remember it so well. Oh, my God.
I remember that, too, because that was a good one. My son was in the crowd asleep. I remember the time he was knocked out behind the bench. It was so funny because it was a close game. And even when I hit it, I looked over there. He didn't even wake up. So you don't know what happened.
So, do you remember who was guarding you?
Yeah, Kent Bazemore.
Oh, man.
I looked at him like baby food. Like, oh, yeah, this is my time. This is it right here. I remember that.
Do you remember who subbed in to guard you when you hit the shot against Washington?
Yeah. What's his name? He played for Garrett Temple.
That's correct.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I remember they subbed him
insane.
in like he was a defensive assignment. That's why I was like, oh. And the play wasn't even to me. But when I got the ball, I was like, oh, yeah, this is my time. This is my time.
That's
awesome.
Amazing.
I can't believe remember who guarded you. Who was like you got?
Look,
Marcus
my wife be tripping on that because I can go back to high school on certain games. Like when it comes to games or like things that I've done, like the questions you had were amazing because I've never thought of those questions. But like things that I've done, like I can go back and remember like and be in those moments in my head. Like that's how crazy for the love I have for the game of basketball.
Crazy. I mean, on the left wing for the Kings on that floor, January 28th, 2013, Jimmer Fredette.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he needed the space to score.
Wow.
Jimmer
So was
Fredette.
that the guy who had the
Crazy.
play drawn up for? It was Tyreek, Jimmer, but you got the ball on that one and
It
you
was
won the
probably
game.
drawn
was
up
it?
for Marcus Thornton, really.
Yeah. I
'Cause
was
I
gonna say, who's
remember
the
when I
play
got
for?
the ball and I was about to drive, I seen dudes' body language. They was kind of hot. And then when I hit the floater, they was happy. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
You
that's
did
the best.
an amazing job, Isaiah. When you're thinking of these answers, do you see every play in your head? Like, do you just visualize it, or does the
Oh,
name
yeah.
come to
It
you?
just goes right back to that moment. Like when you said the game winners, I knew both of them. It was like,
Crazy.
I'm going to always remember those little moments. Like any moment that I was a part of, like you said, the Avery Bradley pass, like that. We're from the same neighborhood, like the same neighborhood. So that's always going to be like something that everybody in the city talks about all the time as well.
It's crazy. It was so seamless, that pass through the legs. It wasn't like you took an extra step so you could get it through.
It was just
It was
like
incredible.
I was at the park in an NBA game. Like that's what I be tripping on sometimes when I do things. I'm like, dang, I would do that at the YMCA back when I was young.
Wow. That's
Crazy.
dope. Man,
That was awesome.
So great.
give it a hand up. Give it a hand for our contestant, Isaiah Thomas. That was an
Thank you so
amazing
much.
job.
Thank you.
And the recall, we loved the recall. It's amazing. Thank you, Isaiah, for joining us on So You Think You Know Me.
You already know. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, my back is messed up. As you can tell from Charlotte's background, and not from her like looking like a creep in the corner there, it's time for Do Kids Learn Count? Also known as Word Count. This is the game.
I'm ready.
Oh, she's got her fists up today. She's ready, boys and girls. This is a game where I ask a question, and Charlotte has to answer it in 10 words or less. And she accomplishes that by holding up her trusty paws, letting her know she's got 10 fingers. That means she's got 10 words. Count them off. Charlotte, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded real confident. The player that has the most hort, and why? The player that has the most hort, as they say on the West Coast, and why? That's heart. Hat. Oh, I'm sorry. I should say this in a way you can understand. The player that has the most hat, and why? Who's got the most hat, Charlotte?
I would say Marcus Matt, but I've used him for every answer in the
That's
past 3 work. Okay, Boban, because he's adorable.
You know what? Usually where there's a conflict in that Charlotte's math isn't good, I think for the first time vocabulary is the issue here. This is the verbal version of the SAT, not the math that you have
Why?
failed. Heart is not like as a heart, like, oh, he's got a, I mean heart like who's got grit? Who's out here like a dog? Who's got heart
well,
meter?
but-
Not heart
But
like
Boban,
be my
Boban's the biggest.
Valentine.
Yeah, but Boban's the biggest, so his heart is probably like physically the biggest also.
Read your question.
Okay, are you ready? Why don't NBA teams have captains?
Captains?
Yeah.
What? Of course they have captains. What you talking about?
I didn't write these.
I know. I'm just attacking the messenger because the message
Okay.
is I don't know what that is. Of course they have captains. But the other day Gilbert Arenas was talking about when they got into the big argument on Gil's Arena about leadership.
Yeah.
And Rashad McCann said, well, the leader is the best player on the team. And Gilbert's like, in Washington, I wasn't a leader. I wasn't even a captain. Highest paid player is the best player on the team. He's an all-star, all-NBA.
I love that he says I wasn't a leader.
I wasn't even the captain. He's like, which is wild.
Crazy.
Question number 2 for you, Charlotte. How should the NBA speed up playing time? That feels like straight out of baseball. How should the NBA speed up playing time? Oh, my back. That's the spot right there.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. This thing is amazing. I call
Are
it
you
the
good
Genesis.
to do this right now?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
supposed to answer. Don't. Look at you trying to buy time.
I'm doing a bit. I mean, this is still the show.
Please answer.
Okay.
How should the NBA speed up playing time?
Insert a pitch clock. Just kidding. Shorten replay reviews.
Wow! Everyone, round of applause for Charlotte. Turn those mics on in the other studio so they can hear you guys
I did
applaud.
such a good job. I did such a good
Dude,
job.
I'm gonna tell you why. Not only did you answer it and answer it like meaningfully, but you were so badass, you felt enough space to drop a joke in there. It's like pitch clock, psych, like, oh, she's really, look at her. You've come a long
Thank
way,
you.
Charlotte Wilder.
Thank you so much. I'm trying really hard.
That
As
might
everybody,
be the best answer
I'm
you've
sure
ever
can
done.
tell. What?
That might be the best word count you've ever done right there.
Oh my God, that might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
No,
Okay,
it's
are
not
you
hyped
ready?
me up yet. Yeah, go ahead.
Who is the closest comp for Pau Gasol in today's NBA and why?
Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. Watch this. Evan Mobley, because he combines the length, IQ, and skill. Ha ha.
Was that 10?
That was 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with it. Cool. Good job.
I'm pretty good at this game too. All right, last one for you,
Yeah, but
Charlotte.
you know that.
This one, whoa, this should be a good one. Most underrated fan base and why? Why? Most underrated
Okay.
fan
Can I
base
talk
and
this?
why?
Can I have a caveat before I do this? Can we talk something through real quick?
Sure.
What do we mean by underrated? Can I define what I mean by underrated?
Define underrated. This is not towards your 10 words. Define underrated.
Okay, thank you. Underrated to me, like my mind immediately goes to the Kings because they've been long suffering for so much of the time, but that actually I think means that they are highly rated because everyone's like, "Oh, well the Kings they've been through so much." So here's my answer. Detroit Pistons fans, because no one talks about them. No one talks about them. No one's like, hey, they've been suffering for so long even. And they're also not like, hey, Detroit fans are really devoted. They just like aren't mentioned at all.
Are
So
they
I think
devoted?
that means they're under.
Do you feel like they're really devoted and very passionate about the Pistons?
I'm sure that there are some Detroit Pistons
so
fans.
basically, you took the worst team that's been bad for a long time, and you said that's the most underrated fan base because they're all fan bases. No, that's a terrible answer.
What would your answer be?
My answer would be Portland because they actually have a track.
But no, everybody.
No, they have a track record of being very passionate, despite not having a lot to root for.
But that's what it is. But that's like not an underrated fan base. Then that's a highly rated fan base.
But people don't talk about them. Like people don't talk about Pistons fans because Pistons games are like not full, and there aren't like people running around. The Jazz is maybe,
no. Kugler was just in my ear saying it's Sacramento, and I was gonna say that, but they got so highly rated this year with the Light the Beam.
I'm with you
shit.
on that.
You can go back in time to watch any NBA game in person. What's your pick?
Oh, I thought we were done.
Oh no, you can
Any NBA game in person? Oh, this is easy. Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game.
Oh, shit.
That's the one that's not on.
Footage.
No footage, right? So I would absolutely go back for that one. And then I would promptly place a bunch of bets on a bunch of things that happened that year. I'll print out some basketball reference pages with me, put them in my pocket, go hit up the bookies, and then clean up. And I'll be a billionaire. Come back with some old-ass money. I don't even know if
if you come back with old money, does it not adjust for inflation? Do you come back with like $3?
No, because I take the winnings and I invest them right then and there. But the problem is I come back with some old bills. I don't even know if like George Washington's still on the dollar bill. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's like some other person from the Revolution and they changed the bills. Or what do you call it? On a $100 bill, is it still Benjamin Franklin? Like, did they really think about Benjamin Franklin like that back then? Maybe not.
Yeah,
they did?
probably.
No, I kind of feel like that's
I
a
don't
new
think
thing.
he's had like a resurgent. I don't think he's had like a rebranding.
Yes, he did. TikTok helped Benjamin Franklin. Trust it. Look it up.
I don't even know.
That's going to do it for word count. I got to keep working my back out. Charlotte Got to keep working on her math.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Thanks for watching, Oddball. We appreciate your patronage, and you can send both of us money on Venmo if you want.
Well said.
Thanks.
Very eloquent.
Thank you.